You never quite know how the world can open up to you until you become a time traveler. Sure, it isn't your average experience, but with thanks to quantum technology and the efforts of the billionaire class, I found myself traveling back to 1997. In this documentary, I revisit the 2 weeks I spent in the late 1990s, what I discovered, and what I have to say to those who refuse to believe I actually time traveled.
All right, this is it, Maya. Keep safe.
Hey dudes, wait up. Can I ask you a few questions for my college experiment?
Yeah, sure. I mean, unless it's to show how guys like me are a menace just because we dress different. Then, no chance, babe.
I'd rather if you didn't call me babe, thank you very much.
Well, what parts are you from that calling a girl babe doesn't fly anymore?
Somewhere further away than you could ever imagine. But for real, I want to know what you guys think about the future. The world in, say, 2023.
Jake, let's tell her what we think about her Back to the Future questionnaire.
All right, dude.
Where shadows meet, shattered elegance in a chaotic street. Where the mavericks orchestrating the streets, in the dance of rebellion, where genres breed, intellects tattooed in poetic
Ay,
hymns.
caramba!
Guitar riffs echo what our souls think. Anachronistic rebels on the brink, defying conformity. It's in our sync, seeking the days and avant-garde score. Against the mundane we'll explore. The system's humdrum, a monotonous bore. In 2023 we'll unlock the door. Step into the future, where anomalies play. In the labyrinth of 2023, liquid freeze will finally be a different is the game, and that's our way. In the symphony rebellion, let our heavens sway. In 2023, we'll navigate on freedom's highway. A cerebral dance, forever in relay. Being different once today, and that's our play.
So, what do you think?
I think that was absolutely fucking awesome and more than I could have asked for. Thanks guys, I'll probably see you around till I'm headed back home.
And where's home?
Here, but not quite.
Oh, Canada. No wonder I offended you earlier.
No, not Canada. I'll see you around. Okay, so here's the wild thing about going back to the 1990s. I mean, firstly, as an influencer, it made me super humble. I couldn't live stream, I had no subscribers. And I mean, to go online, I needed to go to a net cafe. But it was kind of sweet. You know, I saw people just talking to one another. The human connection I saw there, it was definitely stronger. There was just a nicer feel in the air. It's making me think whether I should be swapping out brands for more, human interaction.
Hope you don't mind me taking a seat here.
It's my favorite spot. Old habits dating back to the war.
Oh yeah, sure, no problem at all. On my 5th day in the 1990s, I found myself chatting with a lovely lady named Helen. She was born in 1911, which made her 86 years old in the late 90s, but I was thinking in 2023 she'd be like 112 and, probably not around. It was like, am I talking to a ghost or the past? But it didn't really feel that way. It just felt like I was talking to a human being.
Young lady, I must ask, what is this contraption you have next to you?
Oh, it's just a device for a college project. It's nothing too advanced. It's a dictaphone that can take pictures.
A dictaphone that can take pictures. The world sure is changing.
You guys haven't seen the half of it yet.
What do you mean, darling?
Oh, just, I've seen stuff in my college that, things are about to change for this world.
Speaking of change, I must get some here when I pay for my coffee for the Greyhound bus back to New York.
Oh, you're from New York. Cool.
Not quite. I grew up on the West Coast and still consider San Francisco my true home. Nonetheless, I work in business, and nothing quite beats the view from the Twin Towers.
You, work in the Twin Towers?
Yes, not for too much longer. They've tried to push me out for years, but I didn't break through the glass ceiling just to be bossed around in my sunset years.
Totally.
Is everything okay, darling? You seem flushed all of a sudden.
No, it's just, I should buy something to eat too. Hey, this might sound weird, but could I have your number? I'd love to keep in touch.
Aha. I hope I am not giving off a certain impression of sorts, nor would I expect it.
Oh no, God no. It's just, I have a lot of college projects going on, and I think I should interview you for my project on The Greatest Generation, if you'd be interested.
Sure. Fetch a pen and a napkin and I'll do the honors.
Hey, Mia. What's been happening today? Did you get any more interviews? I swear when we show the world this footage, it's gonna be the most viral video in history. People can't wait.
Yeah, I got some more interviews and stuff. But something more important has been on my mind. See, I was talking to a lady today named Helen, and I know the rule about not trying to change major world events, but she works in the Twin Towers. I just can't say nothing. I mean, she might retire by then, but still, what about the rest of them? And then after 9/11 came the Iraq War, then came ISIS. We have to warn them.
Mia, you knew the deal. It was laid out very clearly. You're there to compile footage, interviews, and other entertainment value for us. And you might not quite grasp the consequences of interfering with major world events and...
Don't patronize me, Connor. I understand time travel, the grandfather paradox, the butterfly effect, chaos theory. I did my damn research. I'm a lot smarter than you
And let me finish. This is important. We know now that the butterfly effect isn't as powerful as they once thought, but trying to warn them about 9/11. They either won't listen, or if they do, Al-Qaeda will perform other types of attacks, focus more on nukes. And then you're responsible for potentially more deaths and harm.
I'm tired of all this BS, you trying to act like you know it all. Neither of us do, but what I can control, who I can help, that
Listen
matters.
very carefully to me, Mia. If you warn them of major world events, I will not reopen the portal to let you home. I'll tell them it's simply not working. I'll make it very, very believable. Do not mess with me, Mia.
And if I don't return, you don't get your footage, and maybe I don't want to return. In the end, I did decide to return home for my family, but I would never be the same person again. Oh, and before I left, I made the contribution I needed to make. A list of stocks for Helen to invest in and approximately when to cash out, no later than spring 2000. She informed me that if things went well, she'd certainly retire by then. And just before I left, I checked out a local band with one last drink in the 90s. Oh, and I left them a few tips that might just help them blow up in their timeline.
In a flash of neon, she broke through the time. A rebel with a cause, a spirit so fine. She stepped out of the vortex into our domain. A punk rock goddess, here to break the chains. Top champion lady with a message to send, teaching all your dudes how to be gentlemen. This freeze target the system we stand.
As for me, well, I think my future has more possibilities than it ever has before, and that is fucking awesome.
The leather jacket, ripped jeans, a riot in a stride. She's gonna show these boys how to be on the right side. No more disrespect, no more power games. She's rewriting history, setting hearts aflame. Grab your guitars, boys, and lace up those boots. She's bringing evolution, or rebellion that suits. Stand up for justice, let the music begin.